From cute tiny foxes to bears with toxic bacteria, here are 13 of the most unusual pets in the world. Number 13. The Fennec Fox. The Fennec Fox is the smallest of all the foxes in the world. It comes from the Saharan desert and other parts of North Africa. Their enormous ears not only make them adorable, but also help them keep cool. They are well adapted to the desert with their thick hair that works as an insulating system to protect them from the sun during the day and keep them warm at night. They are full of energy and one of the few fox breeds that many believe make a good pet. Smaller than cats, they are intelligent and respond well to training. They are playful and require a lot of exercise. Fully grown, they are no bigger than a Chihuahua. Any prospective owner should know, however, that these animals are nocturnal and will be most active at night. Number 12. The Capybara. Although it is a member of the rodent family, the capybara is nothing like a guinea pig or a hamster. For one thing, it grows up to 4 feet long and can weigh more than 100 pounds. This makes it the world's largest rodent. Native to South America, they can live between 8 to 12 years. Capybaras never fully domesticate and owners must handle their pet frequently. They love to munch on grass and swim around. Yep, these rodents are semi-aquatic. They can also be territorial and may bite. This makes them kind of a bad pet for a family with young children, and capybaras prefer to be the only pet in the household. One capybara named Kaplan Rouse had a loyal internet following. Kaplan lived in Buda, Texas with his owner Melanie and loved to eat frozen blueberry yogurt. Unfortunately, Kaplan died in 2010, possibly of chronic liver disease and encephalopathy. Now they have a foundation to help educate pet owners about keeping a healthy and happy capybara. Number 11. Miniature donkey. Donkeys have been used for thousands of years as pack animals and for transportation. Miniature donkeys originated in Sicily and Sardinia, where they were used to turn grinding stones for grain. In modern times, they are almost extinct on these islands, but they make a popular pet in the United States. Standing in at a mere 3 feet tall, mini donkeys are fuzzy and adorable. However, this pet has serious separation anxiety, and they do best if there's a second donkey to keep them company. Despite their size, mini donkeys need plenty of room, just like their full-size counterparts. They are also great with children because of their affectionate nature. And now for number 10, but first, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We have lots of new videos coming soon. Number 10. The Hedgehog. Hedgehogs are adorable little balls of affection. These nocturnal cuties make perfect pets because of their calm natures and low maintenance. And though they look like tiny porcupines, the two species are not related. Hedgehogs vary in size from half to 1.5 pounds. Their spines can reach up to 0.75 inches in length. In the wild, they munch on insects, but most pet stores sell a special feed formulated just for them. It's good to supplement their diet with real insects, however. The Hedgehog Welfare Society recommends to make sure their cages are big enough for them to roam around. Like any of these pets, it is important to note that it is illegal to own these pets in some places. For example, hedgehogs are illegal in Washington, D.C. and New York City. Make sure you're aware of the laws before you get one. Number 9. The Skunk. On a list of unusual pets, you probably weren't expecting to see a skunk. However, these black and white stink bombs make for excellent pets. Well, once you've removed their scent glands, of course. Skunks as pets always have their glands removed, which leads to some controversy. With their glands removed, they can never be released into the wild, so owning a skunk is a big commitment. Skunks are playful and can entertain themselves with different toys. Enthusiasts describe them as sensitive, intelligent, and curious creatures. According to expert Jane Bone, owners must begin bonding with their skunks from a young age to ensure they grow up tame. They eat diets similar to ferrets and can be litter trained. However, only a few states allow skunks for pets, so be sure to check your local legislation and get ready for a long-term commitment. Number 8. Genets. Native to Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, genets are an adorable combination of lemur, cheetah, and ferret, topped off with the face of a kitten. They make great pets for people who love independent animals. Genets are very active, strong, and very skittish. Like the capybara, spotted genets do best in a home where they're the only pet. In order to keep them tame, owners must handle them frequently from a young age. Because of their independent natures, they will never be fully domesticated. There are 14 species of genets, with the common and spotted varieties being the most popular for pets. Genets are also for people really committed to their care, as they've been recorded to live as long as 20 years in captivity. Number 7. The Pygmy Goat. If miniature donkeys aren't your style, then how about a pygmy goat? These high-maintenance pets make fun and active additions to a family. Like mini donkeys, they are social animals and don't like to be alone. They also need plenty of space and are great escape artists, so any enclosure would have to be, goat-proof. Pygmy goats are intelligent animals and can be taught to perform tricks or obey commands. By owning a pygmy goat, you'll be joining the ranks of people like Abraham Lincoln, who kept a pet goat in the White House during his presidency. Also, be prepared for the long haul. It's not unusual for a pygmy goat to live up to 15 years. Number 6. Sugar gliders. Also known as pocket pets, sugar gliders are native to Australia. These cuddly critters are playful, loyal, and can be taught numerous tricks. Like the hedgehog and the Fennec Fox, sugar gliders are nocturnal, so if you aren't a night owl, this might not be the pet for you. Sugar gliders, who are part of the possum family, are growing in popularity. They get their name from the membrane that extends from front to hind leg, which allows them to glide from tree to tree. They are also tiny, with a full-grown glider weighing in at 3 ounces and measuring 7 inches in length. They are social animals and do best in pairs. They eat cooked meats and eggs, fresh veggies, and raw nuts. Veterinarians recommend owners supplement their diet with insects, leaves, and fresh branches, which can be pretty messy. Despite their friendly nature, these are not good animals for a house with small children. A sugar glider's sharp teeth and claws can hurt inexperienced handlers. Number 5. Boa constrictors. A lot of people are afraid of snakes. However, for those who love slithery serpents, a boa constrictor can make a good pet for some. I personally wouldn't want one. Despite their reputation, boas are friendlier than most snakes. The only downside is their size. Constrictors can reach 6 to 8 feet in length. Prospective owners need to be certain they have the space for their pet and make sure they are ready for a long-term relationship, because a constrictor can live up to 30 years. Boa constrictors come from the Amazon rainforest, so owners should build enclosures that are high up and heated to mimic the snake's natural habitat. As adults, these snakes will need larger prey, like large rats or even rabbits. And whatever you do, if anything ever happens, do not release it into the wild. Number 4. Servals. Servals are also known as savanna cats, and they have a spotted coat similar to that of a cheetah. Servals are a small wildcat that can live up to 19 years in captivity. In the wild, these felines are the most successful hunters of all wildcats. They make 1 kill for every 2 attempts, while most wildcats make 1 kill in every 6 attempts. The serval is one of the more popular exotic cats in the United States. They have pointed ears like a Fennec Fox. Skittish around strangers, they'll run away from anyone they don't know. This could be a problem if your serval ever managed to escape your home, and since they love to jump, escaping is a definite problem. They are also very active, requiring frequent exercise, and can be trained to walk on a leash. Despite their skittish nature, they can tolerate other pets if they've been raised with them. Number 3. The Chinchilla. Originally from the Andes Mountains in South America, chinchillas are famous for their incredibly soft fur. In fact, their fur is so dense that water can't even penetrate to its skin. Chinchillas take dust baths, which absorb the dirt and oil from their fur, kind of like dry shampoo. A member of the rodent family, these balls of absolute adorableness are full of energy and make perfect pets for families. In captivity, they can live between 15 to 22 years. They are also sensitive and fragile, so be very careful if a small child holds your pet chinchilla. If squeezed too hard, they will bite. You would too, probably. Like several other critters on this list, the chinchilla is mostly nocturnal and prefers cooler temperatures. Number 2. The axolotl. In the wild, axolotls can be found in only one place, Xochimilco Lake in Mexico. Unfortunately, because of the growth of Mexico City, which depletes the lake, axolotls are considered an endangered species. However, the good news is that they breed easily in captivity and are popular subjects for research because of their ability to regenerate entire limbs. Quite the amazing superpower. These aquatic salamanders can live up to 15 years and require specialized care and equipment. Their aquariums should be at least 15 gallons, and juvenile axolotls should be kept separate. Why? Well, because at that stage in their lives, they kind of become vicious cannibals. Then it appears they grow out of that phase. Don't we all? Their water should be kept cool, no warmer than 68 degrees Fahrenheit. In captivity, they eat brine shrimp, bloodworms, and commercial fish pellets. In very rare cases, the axolotl can undergo a metamorphosis into a terrestrial form. However, this is very hard on this alien-like creature, and experts recommend owners not to try to induce this change. It's not a Pokemon. Number 1. The kinkajou. Speaking of Pokemon, this one kind of sounds like one. From the rainforests of Central and South America, the kinkajou is a member of the raccoon family. They are also known as honey bears and nightwalkers. Generally, their body is about 16 to 25 inches long, and their tails are equally as long. They have a very long lifespan and can live up to 25 years. Kinkajous love eating fresh fruits, figs, and flower nectar. Maybe that's why they're known as honey bears. Even though they are solitary creatures in the wild, they can be very social and can bond closely with their owners. However, their bite can land someone in the hospital because of a bacteria they carry in their saliva. A girl in Tennessee went to the emergency room complaining of stomach pain, severe headache, and high fever, all of which were caused by a bite from her aunt's pet kinkajou. Thanks for watching. Do you own any of these pets? Let us know about your experience in the comments below. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye!